Everyone remembers December 2020, Cyberpunk 2077 launched as one of the biggest disasters in gaming history. Bugs everywhere, refunds, memes, and the game was even removed from the PlayStation Store. People said it was finished forever. Welcome back to Void Cypher, let's get into it. But fast forward to 2025, and somehow Cyberpunk 2077 has become one of the greatest comeback stories in gaming. It's now CD Projekt's #1 revenue driver, and it has sold over 35 million copies, beating even The Witcher 3 in the same timeframe. So how did a broken launch turn into a global success story? Here's what happened. The moment the game dropped, it sold 13 million copies instantly, but the performance issues destroyed trust. CDPR could have abandoned it, but instead they rebuilt almost everything. Major updates reworked the AI, the police system, perks, driving, combat. The game slowly transformed into what people expected in the first place. And then Phantom Liberty arrived, selling over 10 million copies and becoming a Game of the Year contender. That expansion alone changed how players viewed the entire franchise. Then came the Edgerunners anime in 2022, and it absolutely blew up. It brought over 1 million concurrent players back into the game and completely reignited interest. That was the moment everyone realized Cyberpunk wasn't dead, it was reborn. Now in 2025, the numbers tell the full story. Cyberpunk has passed 35 million copies sold, making it CD Projekt's fastest-selling game after launch. The company's quarterly revenue hit 349 million PLN, roughly $95 million, up more than 50%. Net profit more than doubled. And the crazy part? Cyberpunk alone drove most of those numbers. Even when it dropped into PS Plus Extra, players were still buying the Phantom Liberty expansion afterward. What makes this even wilder is that the game is still pulling huge player counts. Every day on Steam, Cyberpunk peaks around 60 to 70,000 players, and remember, this is a single-player RPG from 5 years ago. Night City still feels unmatched. The immersion, the atmosphere, the writing, it all still hits. The modding community has taken it even further, graphics overhauls, new missions, gameplay reworks, combat mods, and constant updates. Plus, CDPR keeps pushing free patches that make the game better with every version. Online, the buzz hasn't slowed down. People call it the ultimate comeback. Streamers return to it, modders treat it like a new sandbox, and players constantly say Night City is still one of the best open worlds ever made. The game refuses to fade, it just evolves. And CD Projekt is already building the future. More than 100 developers are officially working on the Cyberpunk sequel, with the studio investing heavily into expanding the universe. The success of 2077 not only saved the franchise, it's now fueling what comes next. From total flop to modern classic, Cyberpunk 2077 proved that a broken launch doesn't define a game. What defines it is the work, the updates, and the passion behind it. So tell me in the comments, did you play Cyberpunk recently, and do you think it's worth it in 2025? And how hyped are you for the sequel?